What's up, Virgo? This is Marcus from Lions Oracle, back with another tarot and oracle reading here for you. So this reading is going to represent April the 11th to April the 17th. We're going to get you a tarot card, some tarot cards to clarify your oracle. So we're going to get you an oracle card for your general energies for the week. We're going to get you an oracle card for time frames with the Moonology card. And then we're also going to get you a spiritual card. And I'll read that to you just so you're aware of what spiritual energies you have coming to you this week. Okay. All right, so we have forgiveness and understanding. We have dispersion. Conclusions are within reach. All right, so we'll look at each of those. All right, so what I'm going to do is, and I want to thank all the Virgos. Thank you so much for all your loves, and likes, and shares, and subscribe. All right, so this week what we're going to do is we're actually, starting with the Hermit on the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a Celtic cross just to get some energies for you for the week. All right. Oh, okay. Coming up quickly. So what covers you this week is the Seven of Swords. So you've been working really hard on something. Possibly you've been having some people that might be trying to attack you or might not necessarily agree with some of the things that you're doing. But you're in a really good position to protect your feelings. Okay. Here, the Eight of Pentacles. You've just been working on yourself. You've just been mastering yourself. So you haven't really been paying attention to what everyone might think of you or how they may think of you. Let's see, I'll move this over so you can see everything. There we go. All right. Now let's see what we have above you. What's the subconscious? What are you thinking about manifesting? What is your fear? Okay. What is the manifestation? What is the fear for Virgo this? Okay. All right, so your fears of the unknown. Okay, so you have the High Priestess. So you have some things that you don't know that are kind of hidden from you. But with the High Priestess being here, subconsciously things are going to come to you and you're going to be aware of them. Okay? All right, so I see here we have in your past energy, we have the Queen of Swords. The base energy we have is the Fool card, which is Jupiter. All right, so, especially this week. Sorry, a bunch of cards flipped over. This week we actually are going to have the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that's going to be coming. That's actually going to be coming on the 12th of April, depending on where you're located for everyone. So that's going to be a really strong and transformative conjunction that comes with the planets. And that's going to affect everyone. But definitely check your chart just to see where your Jupiter lies and also where your Neptune lies. All right. All right. So your future energy is the Hierophant. So this is you making a long-term commitment or working hard towards something in the long term. You have the Six of Swords in your answer. You have the Justice card coming in your strength. All right, so this is really synchronous for you. You have the Page of Swords, which covers you now. So this makes a lot of sense. So you actually, Virgo, depending on your chart, it looks like this week's going to be really transformative for you. You're going to have a lot of changes and a lot of energy coming. The reason why is because in what strengthens you, you have the Justice card. And this week, on the 16th, we're actually going to be having the full moon in Libra, which is going to be all about, this makes wonderful sense. All right, so, you're about to grow even more than you have been growing. You've already been working on yourself from everything I can see. All right. So then just looking at this here, at the bottom of the deck energy is the Empress, okay? So you've been working on yourself. You've been trying to get better, okay? You've been dealing with yourself here. You're manifesting better energy. All right. So first, we have dispersion, okay? So the dispersion, this is diffuse negativity, restore harmony, circulate, revitalize, dissolve divisions, lighten up. Okay, so as you see this person, it almost has this similar to like the Fool energy. They're on the edge of the cliff, but they're playing the flute. And then you see in the white background, you just see all the white light and all the heaven and the clouds. So things are kind of clear, nothing's there. The only thing that's being swept up is by the actual person themselves. Them playing the flute has all these flowers and everything kind of dissipating and diffusing. So you might have had a negative situation in the last week, or maybe something just recently happened that you didn't like. And, you're trying to get back to normal. You're trying to restore the harmony, trying to get things kind of lightened up again, and trying to get things moving the way that they used to. Okay? You have conclusions are within reach. So whatever this situation was, this is full moon eclipse. We're actually going to have our next eclipse is actually going to be during Taurus season. Okay, you're actually going to have two eclipses this year, one in Taurus and one is in Scorpio. So this is the more recent one that's coming for you. Okay, and then we have forgiveness and understanding. And so, seeing that you have this dispersion card, right, which is 9 plus 5 is a 14, so that's about balance and about balancing things out. Then you have conclusions within reach. It definitely looks like you might have had a challenging situation this week where something might have came to you that you didn't really like it. Now, what covers you for this week is you have the 7 of Wands. Now, the 7 of Wands, this is about you protecting yourself. You putting your best foot forward, and you've been able to kind of block any haters coming at you or any negativity that's being said to you. Now, you see here, this person is on a pedestal. They're a little bit ahead or on top of the competition. So you might have people trying to come at you, or you might have people that's trying to disrespect you, but you're strong enough. You're above this situation. You have the green clothing. So the green clothing is representative of you protecting your heart, or you doing this with your heart. So no matter who's coming at you, you have your heart, which is protecting you, which is leading you forward, and you're doing it with passion. Then you have the orange leggings and the orange on your arms. So that's about motion. That's about action. Okay, so you're moving with this action and this fire so that you can protect your heart and you keep yourself protected. Okay. Now, what covers you is what crosses you is you've been working on yourself. You have the 8 of Pentacles. So this is you just working on your money. This is you working on yourself. This is you just mastering your job, mastering your situation. But with the 8 of Pentacles, this means that you've been very, very consistent. And you've been making things come out the same. You've been working on your process so that you get even better, faster, quicker. And you've been learning, how not to waste resources and things of that nature. 8s are all connected to the Strength card. And so with this negative situation that you had, since 7 of Wands is also a Leo energy, okay? So with this 8 of Pentacles, what I see here is that you've been working on your inner strength. And that the way that you focused on working on your inner strength was just to continue working on yourself. Continue to get better, continue to know your job better. You might even be going to the gym and kind of chiseling yourself up, getting yourself ready for the summer or what may have you. But you're not letting anything come to you that's causing you any further problems or anything to worry about. Okay? So you just keep on with that 8 of Pentacles energy, and you're going to keep on winning. Okay? Now, what's in your subconscious, and what is above you, and what you may be worried about is the High Priestess. Now, whenever you see the High Priestess, this means a few different things. The High Priestess is about what happens between the light and the dark. Because you see how she's standing next to the black pole and the white pole, which is Boaz and Yakim. So that's the yin and yang energy. That's the light and the dark. So you may be wondering what's going on, or you're not really sure of things, but intuitively you know something's about to happen. So you're not really sure which way to go. You're really not sure how it's going to turn out. But because things are secretive to you, because things aren't really clear to you, you're wondering, and things are kind of murky. But the trust in your intuition, you're going to be very, very safe. Virgo, you're a very grounded sign, very practical. And so with the High Priestess coming in, those energies are going to come into conjunction. Now, this week, we have 2 wonderful things that are going to happen that are going to be really, really big. And just from the cards that I see here, it looks like this is going to be something that's going to be big and strong for you. So the first thing we have is the conjunction between between Neptune and Jupiter, and that's in Pisces. So this is going to be expansion. This is also going to be growth. This is going to be deep psychic connectivity. So especially with your High Priestess here, you may be having some very vivid dreams, and recently this has been happening to you. You're not really sure what's happening or what you're seeing, but this is you receiving a lot of growth, and this is the angels communicating with you, teaching you some lessons, okay? But this is also giving you some information or some game to move yourself forward to kind of help you with the future. Because sometimes when the intuitive spirit guides come to talk to you, they might be giving you a message from your higher self about your future self. So just stay open to those intuition and those downloads that are coming. You definitely have some things that are coming. Now, the second thing that's happening also is we're going to have the full moon in Libra. That's going to happen on the 16th. So depending on where you live, that's on the 16th, may go into the 17th in some places. But the full moon in Libra is about balance. This is about karma, kind of balancing things out. So if you've had any negative things that have happened in the past, the full moon in Libra is going to balance out things. It's going to balance out your relationships. It's going to balance out your job. It's going to balance out your life. It's going to balance out the health. This is going to balance and strengthen any personal or interpersonal relationships you have. So kind of be aware of that. And intuitively, you can feel this change coming. You just don't know exactly what it's going to entail. And because you're very analytical and you always are wondering what the next step is and thinking of things, this is something that's on your mind that's kind of bothering you. But just relax, let it be. Things are actually going to work in your favor and work for you. Right? So the base of this is the Jupiter card, which is the Fool. Okay, so you see the Fool, he's moving along, he's heading towards the cliff. So again, this is almost like this person heading towards the cliff, and they're not really sure what's going to happen next. Again, just like the High Priestess. But the sun is shining behind you. Okay, so things are going to work hard for you. Let go of any baggage that you have. You know, like I said, if anybody was attacking you or anybody was saying anything to you that you didn't like, or even if people are giving you a hard time at work, just continue doing the things that you've been doing. Keep on working on yourself. Keep on sharpening yourself. Keep on making yourself smarter. Keep on doing what you're doing. If you're saving for a house, continue to save for a house. You're working on your credit score, keep on doing that. But this Fool card is just telling you just to trust in the universe. Things are going to go well for you. You don't have to push or do anything. Just kind of let things unravel themselves, and you're going to reap the benefits of these things unraveling. And this is the base of everything. So try to let go. Try not to control anything this week. And you not trying to control anything this week and just kind of letting the universe unfold things is going to have a wonderful benefit for you. Right? Now, in the past, we have the Queen of Swords energy here for you, Virgo. So, with the Queen of Swords energy, this is you cutting out anything that no longer serves you. So, in the past, you might have had to make a wise decision to either end a relationship or not to do something, or maybe to cut out something, or maybe even change jobs. Right? Now, the Queen of Swords also is Libra energy. So, this might have been something that you cut out in the past, but this is going to be something that is almost like dead weight, that by the time that this full moon in Libra comes, is going to be very beneficial to you because of the fact that you made the decision that you made in the past. And again, the Queen of Swords is very sharp. So Queen of Swords is a feminine energy, but also masculine at the same time, because they use their past experiences that have caused problems for them. So this is something that mentally they remember, but then they physically do not follow that same path. They can remember what happened in the past, so they don't retrace their steps, and they're wise enough to make the decision not to follow those things. Now, if you look in the top of the card, you can see there's 5 pictures of little birds that are flying, and that's representative of spirit. That's representative of the intuition that's coming. So you might be very, very intuitive. Okay, you might have spirit guides that are watching over you. Just trust that your decisions that you're making, that you made in the past, is beneficial to you. Right? So now, again, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the 5 card. This is also Taurian energy. So you might have a Taurus that might be coming in your life or maybe assisting you. But this is about long-term connections or long-term relationships. So depending on whether or not this is you signing up for a new job and you're getting a new position where people are going to be looking up to you, or possibly you could be a wise person that is teaching people about meditation, or you might be that figure that people look up to for spiritual guidance. This here is also connected to relationships. Okay, so in the future, things are going to change for you. Okay, and you see there's these 2 initiates down here that are looking up to the Hierophant to learn. So this might be representative of your 2 kids. This could be 2 employees, but they're looking to you for guidance, and they're looking to you for what's the next step. And you being the High Priestess, you having the High Priestess and also the High Priest in your reading, it says a few things to me. Either one, you're in a divine relationship where you and your significant other are both very spiritual, both very gifted, and both very connected. Also, this is showing that you're very grounded and that you're connected to the earth, but you're also connected to the spirit realms, and you have access, to talk to your spirit guides or to get those downloads. Okay, so this is something that's going to be very beneficial to you going forward to the future. So the answer to your worries and questions is this week you're going to be traveling. Okay, you're going to be on a spiritual journey. Now, as I mentioned before, there's going to be 2 big events that are going to happen in the stars. One is the conjunction between Pisces, I'm saying Neptune and Jupiter, and then we're also going to have the full moon in Libra. So this is going to take you on a journey. This is going to change your outlook on things. Okay, this is also going to help to kind of balance out your emotions. Now, if you see this person that's sitting in the chair, it's them and another person are going to be taking the journey. So this could be you taking this journey emotionally with your significant other or maybe a child, or this might be just you growing, going to a safer place, traveling and making these decisions. Now the Six of Swords is also Aquarian energy, so maybe there might be an Aquarius that you're taking this trip or journey on with. All right, but for this, I see that you definitely are traveling, you're making movement, and you're also growing. Right. Now, your strength position here, we have the Justice card. So this is showing here that this full moon of Libra is going to be something that's going to fully balance you out. It's going to help you. Now, if you see the picture of the scales, the scales is about balance. It's about justice. But she also has the sword there, which is representative of cutting out anything that no longer serves you, as you mentioned before. Now, the Justice card is number 11, right? Today's the 11th. And for this date, for April, it's April the 11th, 4/11. So this is the beginning for structure, the Emperor, and then the 11th for justice. So this week is going to be the beginning that you start to put together that structure of what you're looking forward. And you're going to see by the full moon of Libra what's going to come out of this. So this is going to be a big week of change for you. Your interpersonal relationships are going to change, as I mentioned before. You're going to have different relationships with yourself. And also family members I'm also taking are going to also feel this change that's coming too. So in your current energy, you have the Page of Swords. So this is you continuing to boss up. You're doing more research and looking into yourself, and you're learning. Now, the Page of Swords also means also starting a new project. So you may be looking into starting a new project, or you might have your curiosity peaked that you want to get some more information and possibly go back to school and start learning about something new, possibly technology. Right? And then the end, we have the Death card. So the Death card, this is Scorpion energy, right? And Scorpio energy, this is connected to Pluto, okay? Now, Pluto is connected to transformation, great change. So again, because of the fact that we have this Jupiter conjunction with Neptune, this is going to be something that's going to totally transform you. This is going to transform your life. This is going to transform how you look at things. You know, as you see here, there's a picture of a king that's trampled over, and the horse is almost stepping on them. Then you have the high priest, okay, which you have the Hierophant here, okay? So the high priest, he's looking to them for forgiveness and looking for them for knowledge on how to change this, or how to stop this from happening. Then you have the woman and child that's trying to protect themselves from the journey, right? So now if you look at the mirror reflection of this, here's the mother and the child. They're on a journey, okay? Then you have the high priest, right? So the high priest is there asking for forgiveness, asking how to learn things, okay? Now, behind you, you have the Queen of Swords, right? The Queen of Swords is the companion of the king, right? So this is you using a better sense. This is you feeling that transformation coming and you're not fighting it. The white rose that's there, that's represented on the flag, this is about purity. It's about changing from the inside because this is something that's important. So I'm sure this is going to be beneficial to you. All right. So what I want to do is let me take some time. I want to read this card here for you. All right. This is the Forgiveness and Understanding Angel card. We'll see what this energy is bringing for you. All right. So let's see what we have here for you. All right. So Virgo, your message is, as soon as you see the word forgiveness, you'll know where this energy is needed in your life. Forgiveness is the correction of human vision, an opportunity to see through the eyes of the soul, and ultimately it gives us the idea of what it's like to see through the eyes of our angels. Whatever the situation is, and it feels heavy on your heart right now, when this card appears, you have an angel guide that's inviting you to release it. You aren't being asked to accept for bad behavior or to let it go, but to realize that the only person that's truly being affected by your unforgiving thoughts and your unforgiving feelings is you. You don't deserve to have the past events get in the way of your present happiness. The only thing that can happen is for you to make space by releasing painful experiences from your heart. So call on your angels and ask them to help you to step into your energy of forgiveness. Even if you feel that you don't know how to forgive, the willingness will help to follow you through, and that should be enough. All right? So definitely you'll have some spiritual energies that's coming, that's going to help you grow, that's going to help you forgive and have more understanding. What I take from this, Virgo, is that you're going to have to forgive and have more understanding for yourself. You might be someone that's really hard on yourself for the choices and things that you've made in your life, but once you release that energy, you're going to have these conclusions come within, and things are just going to blossom, and life's going to be more beautiful and wonderful for you. All right? All right, so that's all I have for you, Virgo. I wish the best for you for this week. If you're interested, you certainly can reach out to me. Look in the description box. You'll be able to get my personal information. I'll be happy to do a personal reading for you. And also, if you so choose to, you can also help donate to the page. That helps me to get new cards and new oracle decks and everything to work for you and serve you better. All right? So I hope you have a wonderful and magical week. Take care. Peace, Virgo.